The state of Georgia has 204 parks departments devoted to the community, but as climate patterns change, many of these ecosystems are in danger. One might think an industrial town that produces much of the carpet in the U.S. would not care about damage to the local environment. But Dalton, Georgia is a city that still believes in the importance of protecting green space. One such place, Lakeshore Park, serves as an outdoor classroom to Brookwood Elementary School. Teachers use the park as part of their STEM curriculum to study wildlife and ecology.
I feel like it's a great opportunity to learn about our ecosystem and what the problems are and how we can fix it.
Some schools don't even have things like that. They use like textbooks and all that, but we actually have hands-on experience.
A biology professor at Dalton State College, Dr. Lughart, works with teachers at Brookwood in the outdoor classroom.
An outdoor classroom is really important because there's no substitute to actually being out there when you are surrounded by nature. If you're learning about nature, I think you need to be in nature. You can learn a lot of things in a regular classroom with four walls. You can look at pictures. You know, obviously it's necessary to be in a classroom sometimes, an indoor classroom, to learn about these things. But I think it needs to, if possible, be a combination of being indoors and then going outdoors and actually be surrounded by nature, because that's where it's the most interesting.
Students study the large snapping turtle population. They set traps to monitor and study their development.
Feeling of catching it is like exciting, but also scary because you don't want it to bite you.
He's gigantic. Yeah. Can you tell? He's so beautiful.
The process of erosion brings bits of dirt from one place to another. In the case of Lakeshore Park, it's bringing dirt clots into the water and weakening the banks. The eroding effects on the pond due to changes in climate are threatening the survival of the turtles. The park is also an important source of groundwater which sustains the natural ecosystem, making an outdoor classroom possible.
So as the climate becomes drier, it will be significant that we've got a place like Lakeshore Park to help us. Now it's going to take more than just one park to help us conserve groundwater, but that's an important asset that it has.
Steve Carr, the Director of Parks and Recreation for Dalton, is leading the team to improve, restore, and protect the park from future effects of climate change. One improvement will have a direct effect on groundwater and erosion.
Also, between the wetland and the pond area, we will be adding a control berm, which will allow us to control the levels of water in the wetland as well as in the pond. And around the pond area, we're doing bank stabilization. With that bank stabilization, we will be removing all of the berms in the lake to make one body of water, as well as doing stabilization of all of the banks with a riparian type system so we can stop further erosion.
If it rains too much, it could get too high of a water level, and the geese and gooses here won't have any resting place, and the turtles, they won't have any banks to lay on, and the beaver dams might overflow. And I think if it gets too hot here, everything could dry out in the mud, then it'd be just like a lake and with dried mud everywhere.
I'm Valerie Rojo for the PBS NewsHour reporting from Dalton, Georgia.